Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. Today, I am going to be doing a special video today. It is going to be a video made by your favourite Canadian YouTuber, and there's also a crossover with Animation Rewind. God, I love that guy. And the two characters that they're going to be, well, you know, fighting with each other with, well, you know what I'm trying to say, the battle you get. So, I can't even make a good video, right? Okay, so, two characters. There's Ganon from the Legend of Zelda series, and then there's KAOS from the Skylanders series. And okay, some of you may or may not know, but I'm not a Skylanders fan. I've never actually been into Skylanders or any of that stuff. But that doesn't mean, you know, I'm open to the game and all that stuff. And as for Ganon, okay, I know of him. I know of him because I saw, like, you know, YouTube videos, like, you know, from like Dorkly, where he's like this like pig thing, and there was also that one death battle done by death battle, and it was Bowser versus Ganon. I can't remember like, yeah, what abilities he has and all stuff, but yeah, apparently, you know, Ganon's very powerful, especially with those like Triforce thingies. Okay, like I said, I mean, I don't know that much about KAOS besides from the previous videos that Canadian YouTuber has made, and as for Ganon, I only know a little bit about him because of like other videos other people have made. So I haven't played any of these games, and I haven't. Well, you get the idea. So let's see. Who am I going to be rooting for? Who am I going to be rooting for? I might. Actually, no. I'm not going to root for anybody. I'm just going to watch the video and see how things go. So, well, that's said and done. Let's get to watching. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is your favorite Canadian YouTuber, and Animation Rewind crossover, Ganon versus KAOS from Skylanders, and Ganon from Zelda. So, on my mark, 3, 2, 1, and go!
Aren't you a mite puny to go up against Ganon?
Nonsense, fool!
That's the spirit.
We got a very special episode of Cartoon Fight Club for you, starring special guest and co-host, your favorite Canadian YouTuber. Also, today is your favorite Canadian YouTuber's birthday, August 1st, so you better wish him a happy birthday if you see him. Thanks, and enjoy the video. What does it take to be a true villain? Well, you could ask Robbie Rocky.
Rest in peace.
Or you can ask tonight's fighters, as they're about as villainous as villain could get. I'm talking Ganon versus KAOS.
So, Animation Rewind, after all these years, you've finally decided to put a Skylanders character in Cartoon Fight Club, huh? Well, if you're really doing this, then you're gonna need someone with true Skylanders expertise to help you cover this fight.
That's awesome.
And that will be me.
Well, if by expertise you mean fanboyism, aren't you the guy who wanks Skylanders in your own Versus series?
What? I don't wank Skylanders.
Oh really? We'll tell that to KAOS versus Frieza.
Well,
Or what about Knuckles versus Terrafin?
I'm pretty sure I...
Or Gear Shift versus Android 18.
Okay, first of all, Gear Shift lost that fight. Second, don't you think this is a little off topic?
Alright, fine. If you want to cover the analysis for KAOS,
I
then be my guest. Just don't get carried away with the stats, alright?
Don't worry, I won't.
Now, with all that being said, let's introduce Cartoon Fight Club's next round of fighters.
Oh, wait, Brian, wait! Now let's watch a whole bunch of eggs.
Aren't you a mite puny to go up against Ganon?
Nonsense, fool!
That's the spirit.
It's been quite a while since Ganondorf has been on Cartoon Fight Club. While this isn't his first appearance, he's only been on the show once, and that was 2 years ago, back when he faced Aku. But now Ganondorf will be facing a much different opponent. But before we get into KAOS, let's discuss Ganondorf.
For starters, Ganondorf is the reincarnation of the Demon King Demise, who is the living embodiment of hate and evil. After Ganondorf has stolen the Triforce of Power, he gained near invulnerability, immortality, and immense power. Ganondorf has attempted many times to take over Hyrule and claim the other 2 pieces of the Triforce, but always finds himself constantly defeated by a certain heroic blonde elven warrior, and her little green sidekick.
Ganon is a force to be reckoned with. He has many powers and abilities, plus forms throughout many incarnations, all with similar effects and properties, including dark magical attacks, shadow manipulation,
And can turn into a
weather
pig.
manipulation, teleportation, telekinesis, mind control, transmutation, portal creation, summoning minions, resurrection, deadly curses, and much more.
Ganon is a master swordsman, often wielding 1 or 2 at a time, and his skills even rival that of Link. He's also somewhat decent in hand-to-hand combat as well. He is very intelligent, cunning, and clever, and often shows no mercy on his opponents.
Ganon has also shown some very impressive physicality, as he's strong enough to shatter large pillars with ease, kill ancient sages with his bare hands after getting impaled, survived castles falling on him multiple times, can dodge point-blank arrows, and while he is technically slower than Link, he is able to be on par with him, which should make him at least relativistic.
When it comes to Ganon's level of destructive capability, he is considered a large multi-continental threat at base, and while fully utilizing the Triforce of Power, he can reach at least planetary levels if not greater. Also, if he gains all 3 pieces of the Triforce, he can utilize them on a high universal reality warping wish. However, because Ganon will only have the Triforce of Power for this battle with no prep time, that ain't happening.
Now, if you thought Ganon was a powerhouse in just his base form, he becomes much stronger with his larger transformations, such as Dark Beast Ganon, Calamity Ganon, and his most iconic Warlock Pig Demon form, which has came in quite a few shapes and sizes throughout the series.
Pig Demon.
In all these
That's
forms,
funny.
Ganon becomes much more violent, destructive, and animalistic, often relying on brute force rather than strategy, but while still maintaining enough basic skill to dual-wield giant blades.
Now, as impressive as Ganon truly is, he's not without his weaknesses. Ganon is extremely arrogant and egotistical to the point where he sees himself as a god, and often underestimates smaller opponents who he presumes as weaker than himself. Some of his
Sounds like
attacks can be
Frieza.
reflected back and used against him, and he relies more on strength than speed, which explains why he's so slow in Super Smash Bros.
Ganon is heavily vulnerable to divine holy weapons, light arrows and light-based weapons, and magic of the gods. While Ganon is not completely immune to normal weaponry as some may believe, as he can eventually be put down by normal weaponry or physical means, holy weaponry is still the most effective way of defeating him. Though he has survived being impaled by one before, so putting him down might be quite tough. Overall, Ganon is a very strong, skilled, and versatile opponent, and he is known as Scrooge of Hyrule for a good reason.
Better pay Ganon some respect, or else you will die.
Me! KAOS!
Funny.
And in case you foolish human fools haven't figured it out yet, I'm the bad guy.
Funny.
From one supreme villain to another, let's discuss KAOS. KAOS is basically the result you'd get from a deformed love child of Krillin and Voldemort.
Hilarious. Now allow me to take it from here. In Skylands, a magical world of wonder and adventure, legendary heroes known as Skylanders defend their world from all evil that threatens it, and their greatest enemy of all is the notorious Dark Portal Master known as Lord
Control.
Chaos.
Now, KAOS' origin story is not exactly well known. Some say KAOS was born a prince, some say he was the son of an evil sorcerer. While whether if KAOS was born a villain or made a villain is unknown, we do know that when he becomes bad, KAOS is one of the baddest there is, and his destiny was to rule Skylands. He has made many attempts to take over Skylands and even practically succeeded at one point, but no matter how close he was to victory, the Skylanders always found a way to defeat him.
While there are times when Chaos may seem like an incompetent fool, he's actually a lot smarter and more deviously clever than he seems. He can also be a lot more cruel-hearted than he seems, as he once abandoned his own mother for his own selfish gain, and left her trapped inside a magic mirror for eternity so he can rule Skylands for himself. I mean, you can't get any more cruel and selfish than that.
Yep.
Can't argue with that. Anyway, Chaos is a very skilled and versatile fighter, as he possesses all 10 battle classes, which means he can utilize any form of weaponry, from blades to hammers, from arrows to firearms.
Neat.
Chaos also possesses all 10 elements of Skylands, including magic, tech, fire, water, earth, air, life, undead, light, and dark, and can use them to perform many different elemental attacks. Chaos also possesses many other powers and abilities, including telekinesis, levitation, teleportation, shape-shifting, mind control, summoning minions, creating portals, shooting black lightning, summoning doom sharks, his iconic giant floating head, and many more.
Now, don't judge a book by its cover, as Chaos is a lot tougher than he looks. While Chaos may not exactly be a muscular powerhouse, he can still physically take down tough opponents like Wolfgang, and even pimp-slap Spyro the Dragon, quite literally. He's also a lot faster than he looks, as he's capable of dodging magic blasts, lightning, lasers, and light-based attacks. Chaos is also very durable, as he survived being in the center of the Mount Cloudbreak eruption, which is the most powerful volcano in all of Skylands, with over 100 years of magic building up inside it. If we compare this to the most powerful volcanic eruption in Earth's history, aka the Krakatoa eruption, this means Chaos can survive a destructive eruption equal to 200 megatons of TNT.
Now, exactly how powerful is Chaos in his base form? Well,
Yeah,
Chaos'
Spyro.
power was enhanced by his supposed father. Chaos single-handedly defeated all of the Doom Raiders, and his potential power possibly even rivals the Dragon King, who is considered a large planet buster. In fact, not only does Malfour actually fear the name of Chaos' father, but when Chaos threatened to strike Malfour down, if he didn't hand over Spyro, Malfour didn't hesitate, fight back, or refuse, which may indicate that Malfour actually believed that Chaos was more powerful than him, although there is no direct confirmation on that.
Now, if you thought Chaos was a powerhouse in his base form, he becomes far more powerful in his other forms. While Chaos has gained many forms throughout the Skylander series, from his Evil Eye form to his Archaean robot form he got after finding the Iron Fist of Arcus, his two most powerful forms of all would easily be Traptanium Chaos and Super Chaos. Traptanium Chaos is a form Chaos achieved after absorbing and harnessing the power of Traptanium, a magical crystal that was said to be virtually indestructible, which was confirmed in the Skylanders comics. Think of it as like adamantium, but it's a crystal instead of a metal. Anyway, it has also been stated multiple times that Traptanium has infinite power, which makes Traptanium Chaos's power potentially limitless.
Hold on a second there. Chaos has infinite power. Are you sure you're not overstating him just a little?
I said his power was potentially limitless. I did not say he was omnipotent. I meant to say that Chaos could continuously charge himself up with more and more energy, and there's no defined limit to how much he can generate. Think of it this way. Imagine if Superman had a small portable blue star inside his pocket at all times, and could continuously recharge himself whenever he wants, and that's pretty much the best way I can explain it.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
in this form, Traptanium Chaos can summon indestructible Traptanium blades, charge up and heal himself, and he even has fourth wall awareness and possibly even fourth dimensional senses, as he can actually see the player right through the television screen and talk directly to them through the portal of power. He can briefly take control of the player's controller, and when he tried to grab the player and pull him through the screen, he instead pulled in a bunch of Skylanders merchandise and junk from the real world. Oh, and let's not forget that Chaos is the reason why this very episode exists, because Chaos himself told Animation Rewind to put him in Cartoon Fight Club.
Oh, and as for you, Animation Rewind, put me, Chaos, in Cartoon Fight Club, or you shall also meet an equally horrible doom!
Oh, don't worry, I haven't forgotten. You wouldn't make me forget.
Anyway,
That's
as
awesome.
impressive as this is, it still pales in comparison to Chaos's most powerful form of all, Super Chaos. After Chaos freed the Ancient Brain, who is one of the Ancients, aka the gods who created the Skylanders universe, the Brain taught Chaos everything he knows about mind magic. Mind magic is the most powerful type of magic in all of Skylands, as it's basically the same kind of magic the Ancients used to create the entire Skylanders universe.
Ooh.
When the Brain taught Chaos how to use the power of mind magic to its full potential, he helped Chaos achieve an all-new godlike form known as Super Chaos. In this form, Chaos unleashes the full power of mind magic and essentially becomes a god.
Okay, no offense, but that's starting to sound like a little wankage to me. Also, doesn't Chaos need outside help from the Ancient Brain in order to use his Super Saiyan Blue ripoff form?
Well, not exactly. While it is true that the Brain did help Chaos achieve this form, Chaos can still maintain this form on his own without any more help from the Brain, even after the Brain decided to abandon Chaos and join the Skylanders because he felt that the Portal Master had a much better imagination than Chaos, which is essential when using mind magic, because with mind magic, you can create literally anything just by thinking. So because Chaos isn't very creative and has a very limited imagination, it kinda hinders his ability to do whatever he wants with it. However, he can still use his power very destructively, as well as warp reality to a minor extent. Now because Chaos can use the full power of mind magic at the Ancients level, and the Ancients are once again the creators of the Skylanders universe, this puts Super Chaos's full maximum potential at a universal level of power.
Well, as far-fetched as that may sound, I guess the way it's explained sorta makes sense. However, as impressive as you make him out to be, Chaos clearly has his flaws, and isn't without his weaknesses. For starters, while Chaos is not an idiot, he's quite naive, slightly gullible, and sometimes acts like a child.
Well, it pains me to say it, but you're right. Not only that, but Chaos is incredibly egotistical, stubborn-headed, a bit of a narcissist, prone to using the word doom a lot, and both his short temper and inferiority complex can often get the better of him,
it's because he likes to play the
one
game.
of the reasons why he always loses to the Skylanders.
You know, the
However,
game doom.
despite all this, Chaos is still one of the most dangerous and feared villains throughout Skylands, and no matter how many times he fails, he won't give up until all those who oppose him will meet their ultimate doom.
It's just getting bad out there. Just getting bad.
Say what? And now, let's get ready for the fight.
Nowadays.
This battle will take place on Earth, and remember, there is no prep time. Let the battle begin!
Okay, here we go. Nice. Rumble! Woo! Chaos controls.
Brother, help me!
He obviously don't know the way. But do you know the way? Okay, Chaos won.
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's your favorite Canadian YouTuber for animating half the battle, covering all the research on KAOS, writing the script, and co-hosting the episode. He's got his own Versus series known as Show Off Showdown, which has recently posted the Season 1 finale. You should go check it out. It's also his birthday today, August 1st, so you better wish him a happy birthday. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. And the winner is KAOS, though I am a tad skeptical on whether or not the Canadian YouTuber was biased towards KAOS in any way.
I assure you, Animation Rewind, personal bias had no influence on the outcome, as I solely stuck to facts only.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. For now, at least. Now, I will start off by saying that if this was just a base battle, then it is very likely that Ganon would have won, as not only is he physically superior to KAOS, but also has greater attack potency as well. But then factoring in their stronger forms, it's a whole different story.
Not only is KAOS faster than Ganon and would be able to outmaneuver most of his attacks, but KAOS and Ganon have a lot of very similar powers and abilities, most of which would likely cancel each other out in more ways than one. Also, because this battle has no prep time, there's a good chance that Ganon will likely underestimate KAOS, as he doesn't really look like much of a threat when you take your first look at him. Now, we could sit here debating back and forth on different minor possibilities, but let's just cut to the chase and talk about both characters at their absolute peaks.
As mentioned earlier in the pre-analysis, Ganon in his base form is physically a large multi-continental threat, and his larger and more beast-like forms increase his attack potency even further. And when Ganon fully utilizes the Triforce of Power, he is at least a planetary threat, if not greater. However, even this type of power won't be enough to compete with KAOS's super forms.
Okay, now before anyone says KAOS can't kill Ganon because he doesn't have any holy weapons or whatever, we've already explained that Ganon is not strictly immune to all types of weaponry aside from holy weapons. Ganon can be killed through physical means, though it would be a lot harder to do so. However, because KAOS's Traptanium blades are virtually indestructible and could slice through almost anything, and not to mention they're crackling with limitless energy, I highly doubt even Ganon's toughest armor would be able to withstand that.
Now, for those of you who are still pondering about Ganon's weaknesses, KAOS might actually have the right weapons to take Ganon down. While KAOS doesn't necessarily have any quote-unquote holy weapons per se, let's not forget Ganon is also vulnerable to light arrows and light weaponry, which is something KAOS could create, as he can magically summon any weapon he wants, and he possesses all 10 elements, including the light element, which means he can perform light elemental attacks. So it's very likely that KAOS can create light elemental weapons to use against Ganon.
And let's not forget Super KAOS, which is not only far more powerful than Ganon, but surprisingly is also the most effective form to use against Ganon, as Ganon is also vulnerable to divine god magic, and KAOS in his super form is basically utilizing the full power of the same magic used by the ancient gods who created the Skylanders universe. You can't get more godly than that when it comes to god magic, so Super KAOS wouldn't just obliterate Ganon with raw power alone, but also the same kind of power that Ganon is most vulnerable to altogether.
Now, we could argue that Ganon could just resurrect himself after death, as he has done every time he's died in the past, but not only would he have a really hard time coming back after getting annihilated with such power, but even then his first defeat should count as a technical win regardless, making the winner of this battle KAOS. Now this time, let's actually give Ganon a chance here. If you want to see a prep time rematch where Ganon has all 3 pieces of the Triforce, all you have to do is like this video. If this video gets 5,000 likes, there will be a rematch. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed. On the next episode of Cartoon Fight Club.
Okay, it's gonna be. Uh-oh. Okay, fair enough. Oh, alright. Yeah, those two are awesome. That was awesome. I love that. Seriously, you cannot get any any better than Ken from Street Fighter and excuse me. And Zuko from Avatar. Anyways, what do I think? What do I think about this? Oh, just give me a second. Super thing's not working. Just give me a minute. Okay, there we go. So, that was a fun video. I really enjoyed that. I love how Animation Rewind and your favorite Canadian YouTuber, you know, was like crossing excuse me. There we go. All right. I love crossovers. Crossovers are one of my favorite things when it comes to like YouTubers. Like, okay, we're gonna cross over with you. We're gonna cross over with you. Crossovering with YouTubers are really fun. Now, I want to see a rematch between KAOS and Ganon, and Ganon has the three Triforce thingies. That I'd like to see like who would win in a fight between those two. Because I mean, who would want to see like somebody with power, limitless power with someone who has limitless power? That'd be great to see. I would like to see that. So yeah, that was fun. So if there's anything you guys want me to react to, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll get to that video as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you guys want to follow me on my social medias, I'm on minds.com, Twitch, Dailymotion, and Hatron, Reddit, BitChute, aka the new YouTube, DeviantArt, Discord, VidMe, Gab, Twitter, Tumblr, Patreon, GoFundMe, PayPal, and my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video. And please go and check out my new skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. It's also down there in the description box below. Peace out.